Hello everyone, Shalaka here from STEMBirds. Welcome to Melton City Council Learning Directories. So today in our second session we are going to learn how to make apple catching game in Scratch. Are you ready? Let's start. Hello everyone, Shalaka here. Welcome to STEMBirds coding tutorials. Today we are going to make a very simple game which is apple catcher game. You might have seen it on the Scratch website somewhere, or and because on the Scratch website it is a very basic games, it is also there in the tutorials, but we can add some variety in it. Okay, so let's learn. So first so open your Scratch desktop. You can go to file, click on new to get a fresh new project, fresh new page in Scratch desktop. After that, we don't want cat in this game, so you can click on this X button to delete your cat. Okay, now go to sprite library. From the sprite library, I am going to choose two different sprites. First is apple, because it's apple catcher game. We are going to catch apples in a bowl. Again, go to sprite library and choose this sprite bowl. Click on it. Okay, let's add some nice backdrop. So I'm clicking here on the blue button to choose a backdrop, and here you can add any backdrop, but for this game I'm choosing this one, blue sky. Okay, now you can see blue sky backdrop is added. These sprites look nice on this backdrop. Now let's start programming. Okay, so first click on bowl. Let's program. So initially when green flag is clicked, let's set the initial position of a sprite. Okay, as you have learned in our videos, that we have to set the initial position of a sprite. So when you click on green flag, it should start from that particular position. For that, I will move this bowl and I will put it here in the center, so that x will be 0 and y is minus 140. You can see the coordinates here. Okay, so when you move your sprite and put it on some particular position, you can get the coordinates automatically here in the go to block. So go to motion palette and get this block, go to x and y. So you can see x is 0, so bowl is at the center. Okay, now we are going to make this bowl move with the arrow keys. So arrow keys are there are up, down, left, right arrow keys on your keyboard. But for this particular game, we want to move this bowl either on left or right side only. Okay, so let's make it. Go to events palette, get the block when space key pressed. Okay, here instead of space key, let's choose the right arrow key. So when right arrow key, I want this bowl to move to right side. So go to motion palette, and we are just changing the horizontal position of this sprite. So we'll get a block, change x by 10. So when I get a block change x by 10, it will, and if I press right arrow key, you can see bowl is moving to right side, and every time it is moving by 10 steps. Change x by 10 means it will move to right side, it will change its x position to right side by 10 steps. Okay, now similarly let's make it move to the left side. So I will simply duplicate these two blocks, right click here, duplicate, and then put it here in the empty area. So here this time instead of right arrow key, let's choose left arrow. And now I want this bowl to move to left side, so it is going to change its x position towards left. So I will say change x by minus 10, negative 10. So now you can see if I press left arrow key, it is moving to left side and right side. You can see the code is, when code is getting executed, you can see it is highlighted with the yellow color. You can see that. Okay, so now we are ready with the bowl programming. So initially bowl will be at the center and it is now ready to move to left side and right side. Perfect. Now click on apple sprite. Yeah. So now what is the idea of this game is, so apple will start falling from the sky and it will go towards, it will go to down slowly. Okay. It should look like it is slowly going down. Okay. So first set initial position of apple. So get the block when green flag clicked. Okay. So in this game we want apple to start from the top, but I am okay if it is starting either from left end or right end or anywhere. Okay. But we have to make sure that it will start from the top. Okay. So let's add a block. Go to random position, but we have to set the top position by setting y coordinate. So get the block set y2 and here write down 180, 180. So 180 is the coordinate, 180 is the y position at the top. So you can see every time I click on green flag, apple is going to random position, so it is changing its horizontal position. However, y position is set to 180, so it will be at the top always every time you click on green flag. Okay, now let's make it move down slowly. So it should look like it is falling down. So it is a we will add forever loop because it's a repetitive action, and it will go straight down. So we are going to change its y position. So y position is vertical position. So we will get a block change y by 10 and we want to make it go down. So instead of 10 we will add some negative number. So negative 4. So 4 is number of steps. So slowly it will go down by 4 steps every time. Now let's check. If you click on green flag, look at that. So it looks like, so every time you click on green flag, it looks like apple is falling down. So it is falling down slowly. If I change this number to -10, what will happen? It will go faster because it is changing its y position by 10 steps. So it looks like it is going faster. So for now I will keep it -4. Okay. So this is how you can change the speed of the falling apple. Now, so now in our game, let's add condition. If apple touching bowl, then add score. Okay. And when it is touching, then again we will hide it and then it will go to the top position. Okay. So let's add that condition. Control if. So if then is a conditional statement that we use in computer programming. So if touching, so click on sensing palette and get the block touching mouse pointer, attach it here inside if, and instead of mouse pointer let's choose bowl. So if touching bowl, then let's add some sound. Chomp sound, fine. Oh. So play some chomp, and we will add score as well. So every time, so that we are catching apples in a bowl. So every time apple touches bowl, we will add score by 1. So let's add score. For that we need to create a variable. So click on variables, then click on button make a variable, and here write down score, then click on OK. And as we have learned already that always when we create a variable, when we make a variable, we have to set its initial value. Okay. So get the set block, attach it here at the top, and choose our variable which is score. set score to 0, and so every time it is touching bowl we have to add score. So get the block, change my variable by 1, attach it inside if loop, and instead of my variable choose score. Okay, and as soon as, okay, now if you add this, let's see what happens. So when it is touching, so what is happening there? You can see even score is 14. That means apple is touching bowl 14 times as of now. So what happens here? So when we add touching bowl, when we add touching block, you can see these sprites are overlapping with each other. So every time it is touching, it will add score or it will play that sound. So for that, only once when it touches, we have to hide the apple or we have to set its position to some other position. Okay, so what we will do, every time it touches bowl, we will add a block so that it will go to the top again. Okay, but when it will look like there is some other apple which is falling. Okay, so and now we know how to make it go up. So we'll add these two blocks again. So go to random position and set y to 180. Get block, set y to 180 and 180. Okay, now you can see every time you click on green flag and apple is bowl, you can see score 1, and now it is falling on the, you can see there is an apple here. We haven't added any code that if it is touching ground, what should happen. Now let's add that condition. So if apple's y position is less than -170, again we will make it go to the top. So let's add that condition. So again go to control, if then, and attach another if condition here at the bottom. So here we will use operator to compare the positions. So from the operators, get the less than block. Get the less than block here. So this is a less than symbol. Here you can see greater than, less than, and equal to symbols. So choose the correct one, less than. Now go to motion palette, scroll down, and from there choose Y position. Drag it and put it in the first circle. And if Y position is less than -170. What is this 170? So you can see the y-axis, which is a vertical axis, and the y coordinates are from 180, which is at the top, to -180, which is extreme bottom. Okay, so here we are writing a code. If the y position of an apple is less than -170, then again it will go to the top. So and we know how to make it go to the top. Again get the block, go to random position and set y to 180. So these two blocks will make sure that it will start from the top, but the horizontal position can be anything. Okay, now click on green flag and check. Okay, try to catch apples in the bowl. Yeah, it is playing chomp sound. You are getting a score. Yeah, and if you are not catching apple, it is falling on this. It is falling down, and again it will start from the top. So in the game, it looks like there are different apples are coming, but as a programmer, as we are making this game, we know it's the same apple which is coming again and again. But we are making this animation so that it will look like there are different apples falling from the sky. Okay. Now, so now we are ready. The bowl is ready to catch apples. Apple is falling from the sky. Now instead of adding only one apple, we can add few more apples in the game. We have set the program for one apple, So now simply we will duplicate this sprite so that we no need to add again and again. So right click, duplicate. So when you duplicate the sprite, you can see there is apple 2, and if you click on apple 2, you can see the code is already there. Okay, so when we duplicate sprite, it will duplicate the program as well. So let's add one more, duplicate, again add one more, duplicate. So now you can see there are 4 apples, and it will work when you click on green flag. And you can see 4 apples start from the random positions, but they will look like falling from sky. If you want to make them smaller, you can set size to, instead of 100%, you can make it 50 to make it smaller. Okay, so now here, so every time we are catching apple, we are adding score by 1. So we can do one thing. Let's add one special apple, and if you catch that particular apple, you will get score by 10. So your score will be increased by 10. Okay, so what I will do, so for this apple 4, I will, okay, so click on apple 4 and I will make that apple special. Okay, so how to make it special? I will change its color. So go to costume, click on fill, and I will change its color to green. Okay, so click on it so you can fill. And now for green apple, okay, you can write down the sprite name here as green apple. It is just for our understanding. So for green apple, we can say change score by 10. So this is how you can modify your code for green apple only. So every time you catch green apple, your score will be added by 10. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. Also, let's add one more apple. Just duplicate it. And for example, let's add a very special apple, which is a rainbow apple. So simply what we can do in the script, go to looks palette and add block, change color effect by 25, and put it here inside forever as a first block, so that it's a more special apple, magic apple maybe you can say, and change score by 50. So if you can catch this apple, you will get score by 50. Now let's check. So that special apple, it will keep changing its color. You can see the score is added by 50. For the normal apples, red apples, we are getting 1 point. Yeah, simple game. But to make this game bit more challenging, what we can do? So one of the apple, we will add black apple, and if your black apple touches bowl, then you will set score to 0. Okay, so your bowl has to move away from the black apple and it has to catch other apples. Okay, so you can add another apple, or yeah, okay, let's add another apple. So again, I am duplicating the apple sprite. So you can see apple 5 here, and I will write down the name as black apple. Okay, and I will color it black. So go to costumes, click on fill with the color, change color to black. Okay, so because of this, your game will become a bit challenging. Okay, because everyone likes to play challenging games, yeah, not easier ones. Okay, so for the black apple, in the code, instead of change score by 1, you can also make the score change by -1, so that it will subtract 1 point, or we can set score to 0. So I will remove this block, change score by 1. I will go to variable, and I will again get the block set. So set score to 0. And let's add some other sound for this apple. We will add bowing sound so that we will come to know that the black apple has touched bowl. So okay, so click on bowing sound, go back to code, go to sounds palette, and from there play sound, choose bowing and get the block. Make sure you are writing this for black apple. Okay, now let's check. So click on green flag. So every time you click on green flag, oh, look at that. Oh, now I have to move this bowl away from the black apple. Yeah, and I need to catch special apples. And you can change the speed for different apple. So different apple will fall from the different speeds. For example, apple 1, change y by -4. So it's so slow. Other apple 2, let's make it -6. So it will be a bit faster. For other, you can make it -10, even faster. Yeah, and this is how you can change the speed. For black apple, I will make it really slow so that I can save. I can save bowl touching from that. So my black apple will be really slow. This special rainbow apple, it will be, yeah, -4 is okay. So you can adjust the speed of your apple when it's available. Yeah, now you can see this. So we have different speed, different apples. If you want to make it more challenging, you can make the black apple faster. Yeah. Now I will click on stop button, and then we can save our game. So you can click on file, save to your computer, and type apple catcher game. Click on save. Okay, so yeah, so you can upgrade this game. You can add few more apples, or instead of apples you can add some other sprites, maybe snowflakes, and someone is catching snowflakes, like that. So you can upgrade your game. You can add different sprites, you can make the different theme of your game. Okay, but the concept of falling down, you can add this code to make your sprite fall down, so it will look like it is falling down from the sky. Okay, I hope you like this game, and I hope you like my video. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye. So guys, I hope you like this making apple catching video, and I'm sure that you will like to learn more coding and robotics. So you can go to www.stembuds.com.au. for we offer variety of robotics courses as well as coding courses. You can definitely check on our website. And for other learnings, check more videos on Milton City Council learning directories. Thank you.